The Withered Rose.
In a quiet town nestled between old hills and whispering trees, there lived an elderly gardener named Eli. He was known for the most beautiful rose garden in the region. Vibrant reds, soft yellows, and delicate pinks swayed with the wind like poetry in motion. People often came to admire the blooms, hoping to find beauty, peace, or a moment of inspiration. But in the heart of Eli's garden stood something curious: a single withered rose. It was brown and dry, the petals curled inward, and its stem arched like it bore a heavy sorrow. Eli never removed it, though many offered to plant a new one in its place. One day, a young woman named Mara visited the garden. She was weary, her eyes tired from crying, her heart broken by recent failure. She had lost her job, her relationship had ended, and the future she'd carefully planned now lay in ruins. She wandered among the flowers, looking for comfort, but it was the withered rose that drew her in. "Why is this one still here?" she asked Eli as he trimmed a nearby bush. He looked at her with kind, weathered eyes and replied, "That rose has a story." Mara raised an eyebrow. "A story? It's dead." Eli smiled gently. "Not dead, just not blooming. You see, when I planted this rose, it was the first in the garden. It bloomed more beautifully than all the others. But one winter, a harsh frost came. Everything around it died. I almost gave up gardening altogether. But this rose, it survived, though scarred." He walked closer, crouched by the stem, and touched it with surprising tenderness. "It hasn't bloomed in years, but it reminds me of something important, that even when beauty fades, the root may still hold life. Strength isn't always loud or pretty. Sometimes it's just refusing to die." Mara stared at the rose in silence. It wasn't beautiful by any standard she knew, but something about its presence, its stubbornness to exist, touched her deeply. She whispered, "But if it never blooms again, what's the point?" Eli stood up slowly, wiping his hands. "The point is, it stood through the storm, and that's enough." That night, Mara couldn't sleep. Her mind kept returning to the withered rose. For the first time in weeks, she picked up her old journal and wrote. Not about her pain, but about what she'd survived. She began sketching, dreaming, moving again. Weeks passed. She visited Eli's garden often, always sitting near the withered rose. Her life didn't change overnight, but slowly, like petals opening to the sun, she began to grow again. One spring morning, she returned with a gift for Eli, a small painting of the rose, not as it was, but as it might bloom again. She handed it to him with a smile. And behind her, unnoticed at first, the withered rose had a new bud. Moral. The withered rose teaches us that life isn't defined by how perfect we appear, but by what we endure. Strength is sometimes quiet, survival is sometimes invisible, but both are beautiful. You may feel withered now, but your roots are stronger than you think. Blooming again is possible. Always.